Alright folks, Duncan with Freezing Eagle, and we are doing the big dig today. We are getting the ditch run for the power, so we're going to be, they've got it right up to the house now on the one end, and then what we've got to do, it's got to be 3 feet deep, I believe. There's going to be a meter box on the house right in that corner, and then if you look out here, they already dug up the other end, and I'll take a walk out there on the driveway, enjoying documenting all these processes. I woke up about 3 in the morning. My mind was racing because I've never done this phase before. I'm like, well, in Vermont they let you do this if it's your own house, so you can run your own electric and save a little, actually quite a little bit of money versus paying Green Mountain Power an electrician to run it. So these guys did a lot of my site work in the driveway, and now what they're doing is going from this pole over here, which I'll zoom in on, and I got the spec sheet, and I've got schedule 40 and schedule 80 PVC conduit. You can see a little block I screwed to that pole right there. It's got to be 8 inches off the pole, and then you put a sweep, which is sort of a long radius piece of like an elbow of the conduit going down into the trench, and then that joins into the straight parts. And then eventually, you know, we're working around some obstacles. Right there is a property marker on the rock, and right here these rocks cover up a culvert, so they're going to have to trench around the culvert and stay away from that little property marker. And then I had a pile of wood over here that my neighbors milled some of it up for me, and then the rest of it they moved and pulled their saw, so they weren't able to mill it up. So luckily these guys this morning moved that wood back to this side and got it off the trench area, so that took care of one of the little extras that I was thinking about. And then as we walked back toward the A-frame, I had the girl, I was actually going to ask them later to bring some dirt in to bring it up to grade next to the house so the water will run off well, and the girl was happy enough to take some of the dirt out of the trench here and just make a little pile for me, so eventually I can rake this out down where all these ladders are. That was kind of a low spot, and I want the water to come off the roof and then drain toward the hill, so we'll fill that little ditch in, and then eventually we'll pile a lot of rocks along there. So we're off to a good start this morning. These guys got here right at 7. I got here about 6:30. The sun was just coming over the mountain. You get an absolutely beautiful sunrise here. That's one thing that's a special thing. I wasn't sure about that, but the exposure is very nice. So anyway, quick briefing on what we're doing, and we'll be hopefully trenching this today, running the conduit, and then burying it back up. And then with it all in place, they taught me a little trick. I haven't tried this yet. It's my first time doing this, but they say just take a shop vac and suck a string, inflate a bag tied to a string, and suck it through the conduit from one end to the other. And you use that string to pull a strong enough rope to pull your cable through, which will be considerable. It's 200 amp service, so pulling that wire through will be a little bit of a challenge, but I'm less worried about it now than I was. We actually are probably going to recycle the ropes that are on this pulley system. Once these ropes are freed up, they're holding our weight up on that walkboard system quite adequately, and it's got a high braking strength, so I think we're going to end up pulling some of this rope through to draw the, I think it's 4.0 is the gauge of it. It's aluminum wire. It costs considerably less than copper and is adequate for running your incoming power. So anyway, this is exciting, big day. Yeah, had me up very early in the morning thinking about it, and then I think I got everything in order. I got all the conduit, got my meter box, got glue, string. So this is today's job, and have a good day and enjoy the weather, folks. Take care.